Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm out here in the garage tonight. I'm about to clean a Beretta PX4 Storm Compact in 9mm. This is on loan to the channel from Richard. I recently took it to the range, and I filmed the range report on this last night, and I sent Richard kind of the initial cut of that video. He seems to like it. I like this pistol as well. And I'm just out here cleaning it because it's kind of Texas Gun Vault policy that whenever somebody lends a firearm to my channel, I will return it in better shape than it was lent to me. And I will detail clean firearms just to show people how much I appreciate what they do for me and to show them respect and to show them that I care about their property. But there is something about this gun before we get into the thing that I kind of want to talk about in this video, and which is SHOT Show. But I wanted to show you something about the PX4 Storm that I do not like, and I think it is kind of cheap. And I did not mention this in the range report, but I've noticed this in other models. And it has to do with the recoil spring assembly. Now, for the most part, this gun comes apart like a typical pistol, and the barrel comes out of the slide like normal, just rotates out of there. But when it comes to the recoil spring assembly, it's kind of weird shaped. You have the spring actually right here, and it's on a captured guide rod. And then you have this portion right here. This is kind of like a locking block. You have a barrel lug here, which helps the barrel rotate. And this whole part up here is made of metal. And that's perfectly fine, and I like that. But for some reason, they have like this little shield which goes on the bottom of the recoil spring, which I don't know why it is there, because no other guns have that, and it's not like this is a loose spring that when it reciprocates it's going to go low or whatever. It's locked into place in the slide in the front and in the back. But this little piece right here is made of polymer. It's plastic, and I find that to be really cheap. And I have a big concern that over thousands of rounds of the gun getting hot, this is going to crack and break. And I don't know if they ever discontinue this gun, how hard this would be to find a replacement part for. To me, this is cheap. They should have just made this out of metal, just like they made this, if you have to have this little shield on the bottom. And I don't like it when parts of the action and the recoil spring assembly is polymer. There's a few guns out there, like the HKP9, which is a classic firearm, roller locking pistol, that has a little buffer in it that's made of rubber. And they made the buffers when the replacement buffers, which are supposed to be replaced like every 1,000 rounds or something. They made them when the gun was in production, but when the gun went out of production, nobody makes them. HK doesn't supply them anymore. So there's a few of those buffers out there you can find, but you're going to pay a lot of money for them. I have a P9, and I was able to find one of those buffers as like a spare. But to me, it puts a time limit on the firearm, because plastic and rubber will degrade over time. And so I don't know why they do this. This is super duper cheap. I didn't talk about it in the range report, but it's something about the PX4 Storms that I don't like. So anyway, that's a whole side note to what I want to talk about. Because I want to talk about is SHOT Show. And I've been watching all the big gun tubers that are at SHOT Show doing their whole spiel about what's new, showing off the new products at all the booths and all that. And I was curious, have you guys seen anything that you're really interested in? Because I really haven't. I mean, there's some things I guess I could say I'm interested in, but nothing out there really seems to be innovative or new. Like not Springfield Armory, Smith & Wesson came out with like a new lever action gun. I mean, no offense, lever action guns have been around for 150 years. I mean, I'm glad they're making them, and I'm glad they're going to give Ruger and Marlin and Henry a run for their money. It looks like a nice rifle. But let's just be honest, it's a lever action gun, right? So what's so special about that? I don't know. Everyone's going, oogly googly over it, but it's just a lever action gun. Glock came out with, I guess I saw today, they have the Glock 19X now with a threaded barrel and cut for optics. I'm like, So it's nothing new. There's nothing innovative about this. I mean, it's just a variant of the same model you already have. You could already buy aftermarket barrels for it that were threaded so you could suppress it. And there are people that have already been milling those out. Like, man, you guys are late to the game. And then, of course, they also showed off, I guess, their new Glock 29 and Glock 30 Gen 5s. Still, compact 45s and 10s, but in the Gen 5 frame. But how excited are you for that? I don't know. For me, the most exciting thing, I guess, is that Daniel Defense H9. But still, that's not like super duper exciting for me. I mean, it's nice, and I definitely would like to hold one and shoot one and see if I can potentially get one day. But I don't know. It seems like SHOT Show is this big, extravagant event, and not much really goes on. I kind of feel like it's like a lot of conventions, where it's an excuse for a bunch of people to go out to Las Vegas, gamble, drink, do things they normally can't do at home. And of course, what happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas, right? So that's what I think it is, because I don't really think, and I don't understand why so much time, energy, and resources are put towards SHOT Show, because nothing really interesting is coming out. It's not that amazing or that great. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Have you guys seen anything that you guys think is kind of, groundbreaking or amazing or different or new? Or is it just a bunch of gun companies showing off the latest versions of their current production guns? Like, what was it, Mossberg came out with the Thunder Ranch editions of the 500 and the 590 shotguns? I'm like, you could already buy a 500 and a 590 or a 590A1 and customize it to your heart's desire. Why is this anything special? And most likely people are going to buy those editions and replace the stocks anyway and the handguards anyway. What's so special? It's a 590A1. It's a great gun, but it's like nothing groundbreaking or amazing. And I'm not saying gun companies need to come out with new groundbreaking stuff every single year. And that's the other thing, is it feels like sometimes these companies, knowing that they have to put out something, they just kind of haphazardly and half-ass things. They're like, oh, we got to do something for SHOT Show. Let's just take this one gun we have. Let's throw a threaded barrel on it and make a big deal about it. I don't know. It's one of the reasons why I don't think I really want to go to SHOT Show. I mean, I had the opportunity last year, which kind of fell through, and then, of course, my YouTube channel got struck and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. I'm not really all that excited about it. And I'm just curious, are you guys seeing anything that makes you guys kind of excited about things that might be showing up in gun stores? Because the other thing, too, you see at SHOT Show are a lot of empty promises. A lot of empty promises. Do you guys remember that company that was going to make the Sturmgewehr? I think they were based here in Texas, and they were going to have it in the original caliber, with the 8mm Kurtz. They were going to have it in other calibers as well, and it was they've already prototyped it, and you saw it on Forgotten Weapons and all this kind of stuff. And they had a big thing at SHOT Show, a big reveal. It's coming, and then it never comes out. A lot of companies are that way. They tease crap, and they're either not ready to, scale up to full production, or the design isn't, ready for prime time, and it's a bunch of empty promises, and you never see it. Another empty promise from quite a few years ago that I was disappointed in is the Australian company. I think it was Lithgow Arms or whatever. They were supposed to be importing a bunch of stuff and making stuff. They have a version of the Steyr AUG, which I hear is actually pretty good. It's a huge improvement, and it might be a bullpup that I would be interested in. But then, of course, that all fell through. It's just a bunch of empty promises. It's constant. Like, I can never take anything anybody says at SHOT Show seriously, because they're like, oh yeah, it's coming into production spring of this year, and it never comes into production. And then all we get is the same stuff, variations of guns that are already in production. So I don't know. Maybe I sound a little jaded, but I mean, I have no reason to. I'm sure SHOT Show is fun. I'm sure it's cool to go and see all the booths and do all that stuff and meet all the people and network. But I care about the guns. The guns are what excite me. And I just don't see the excitement there. I don't get it. And I'm just curious, as I said, if you guys do, and if there's anything that I'm missing. Now, I am not subscribed to a whole bunch of gun channels, very few, but the ones I am are doing SHOT Show coverage. So, of course, they're showing off what they think is interesting. But if you guys have seen anything out there that you think is cool and interesting and maybe different that no one else is talking about, tell me in the comments section, because I am curious. And I just want to talk guns and see what you guys are excited about. But for me, that's my whole take on SHOT Show. Empty promises, variations on guns that you can already buy now and pretty much make at home. So pretty much, as I said, like, ooh, they put a threaded barrel on a Glock 19X. People were doing that the moment the gun came out. And it took Glock, what, like 6 years to do that? Like, why is that exciting? It's not exciting at all. But, I don't know. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I just kind of want to know. And, like, once again, Smith & Wesson making a lever-action gun. Oh, wow. Smith & Wesson's come out with a gun that's 150 years old. Woohoo. I don't know. I don't know. Tell me. Let's talk some guns. Tell me what you're interested in. But, I don't know. That's all I got to say. And maybe you guys that watch more gun channels than I do can tell me what's the new hotness that I haven't mentioned here, but I really don't see it. So anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about tonight. And as I said, I have to hurry up here and get this cleaned up and get going because yesterday was my wife's birthday. And tonight I am taking her out to a nice restaurant. We're going to a place called, oh boy, I forgot what it's called. Crown Block? Anyway, it's at the top of the Reunion Tower in downtown Dallas. So it used to be a Wolfgang Puck restaurant and it like rotates. Usually if you see the skyline of Dallas, it's like this big ball. It's down near Dealey Plaza. And anyway, that's where we're going tonight. It's a steakhouse. And I'm kind of excited because they sell Wagyu beef there. So I kind of want to try that. I've never had that before, like a full steak. So I may do that. But that's why I got to hurry this thing up because we got to leave here in about an hour and 10 minutes. So I got to clean this and then clean myself up and get ready to go. So anyway, let's talk some SHOT Show. Tell me what you're interested in. And if you guys see anything out there that you want to buy and hope comes to market, or do you guys kind of agree with me and my summation of SHOT Show, and that it's a bunch of empty promises and stuff you'll never actually see in the gun shop, and it's a bunch of stuff that, I don't know, you can pretty much do yourself now, like, ooh, threaded barrel on a Glock. I don't know. So anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about tonight. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday, and I look forward to seeing all the things you have to say in the comment section below. So, as always, thanks for watching.